I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
What's up, guys? Good to be back. It is this week we're talking about traveling with CF. So I've done some overseas travels, and as you guys know, I'm doing this clinical trial. So I've been doing a lot of 1 to 2 nights every other week for the past few months, going to Charleston. So I'm going to show you how I pack for that, how I organize and stuff, and organize and prepare to travel. I usually take my truck. I usually travel by car. I'm usually not traveling by plane a lot. I've done overseas travel a lot a few years ago. So that kind of is going to kind of go the same way, but there's a lot of other little things that you got to think about when you're traveling on a plane. I can't bring all the stuff that I usually bring. So anyways, I'm going to show you how I pack for Charleston, and then I'll kind of like point out the different things that I remember from traveling overseas that I needed to change about my packing and stuff like that. So anyways, so I don't make a list when I travel. I kind of have this like mental organization like of zones. I don't know how else to explain it. So let me just show you. So over here, this is like my breathing treatment zone. So this is where, I kind of prepare for my breathing treatment. So when packing, I make sure I get my nebulizer and my breathing machine. Make sure I get my hypertonic and everything that goes along with the breathing machine. I also have to get my Pulmozyme, which I put in these coolers. And these probably look familiar. It won't focus. But anyways, these are the coolers I get my meds in. So I'll get my hypertonic and I get my Pulmozyme in these from my pharmacy. So I keep these and I reuse them. They also come with these like cooler packs. I keep those and I freeze them, and then whenever I have to go somewhere, I put my Pulmozyme in this. And it's kind of ridiculous because, Pulmozyme, I'm only gone like 1 to 2 days, so it's literally like, this thin, that big, and this huge cooler. But these stay cool for a really long time, and these stay frozen for a really long time. When I traveled abroad, I had to bring a small cooler lunchbox type thing where I kept all my meds, and that was the biggest struggle, trying to keep that cool. But anyway, so that's my nebulizer zone. So this is where I look and I mentally take note of what I need to get. So, I got that, got all my got my breathing machine, got all the meds that go along with it, and my inhalers in that corner right there. So that's where I make sure I get all that. And then we have my my oral meds. So this is where I go and take mental note of what meds I need, stuff like that. That's my dirty breathing treatments that need to be clean, but don't pay attention to that. For my pills, I take, I still haven't unpacked from Charleston, like, completely. I just got back, like, a day ago, maybe 2 days ago. But for my oral meds, I usually take something like this. I got this from Supplement Warehouse. It was, like, free when I got some workout supplements. But this is what I usually do. I'll usually, like, morning, night kind of thing. With Charleston, I'm really not, most of the time I'm usually not gone for more than like 2 to 3 days. If this is filled, then, if I'm gone for a long period of time, I'll just bring all my bottles and put them in here. This right here, hold on. I don't know what this is doing over here. Anyways, forget about that. this right here, this is what I pretty much bring if I'm going on a trip that's, a weekend trip. This is where I put all my meds. This is where I put my electronics, like my computer, stuff like that, and my G-tube pole. But anyways, back to this. So, this is my OR meds. Put it in here. This is where I put my insulin, stuff like that. So this is where I take mental note to make sure I got everything. My blood sugar, monitor stuff, pin needles, alcohol pad, and my insulin pen. And then you got your essential oils. Yes, I know there's a lot. Yes, I know. Anyways, I don't bring any of these. I usually make my own blend over there, right here. Bring my own blend and then I diffuse it. I usually don't bring this because it's very sensitive to tipping and stuff like that, because if you tip it and it goes in the motor, it ruins it. But anyways, if I am going to bring it, I just take this bottle out and I bring that and then I just do topically, onto my skin. And then you got the Lazone, which is my G-tube feeds. So that's where I take mental note of I got everything, make sure I got a bag, got my tube extension, and I got my cans. And then I got my tape. I ran out of tape, but so anyways, I think that's about it, guys. Like I said, I don't use a vest. I stopped using the vest a few years ago because I didn't, every time I used it, I really didn't feel like it was doing anything. So I've been doing the acapella for a few years now, and I think it does an amazing job at clearing the mucus in my chest. I could probably do the vest, and it'd be nice for kind of double chest clearance, but I need to pull it out of my closet. I've been thinking about it lately. But so that's a big huge space saver. Because instead of bringing the vest, I'm just using this little thing. So if you guys don't have an acapella or an Arabica when traveling, those are lifesavers, because especially if you're flying on a plane, because you're going to pay a lot of money to get that vest onto the plane. What else? When I traveled overseas, packing was a lot different. I couldn't bring as much stuff. I wouldn't say it was a lot different. I just couldn't bring as much. I had to work with my insurance and stuff like that to get more meds than I usually do, because usually I get a month supply. I had to work with them because I was gone for a month and a half, so I had to get 2 months of supply. But that was pretty easy to do. I couldn't bring that big cooler. I had to bring a smaller cooler, and this is my backpack that I used in Europe. I'm not sure. Did they do it by gallons or liters? I completely forgot. It was on here, but I think it's a 50-liter backpack, or 50, I'm pretty sure it's 50-liter. But anyways, this is what I brought to Europe. And when I was in Europe, I did not do my G-tubes and my G-tube feeds. And that was a big mistake, I think, because I lost a lot of weight. I was 113 pounds when I came back. I probably lost about 10 pounds when I was over there. What else? The biggest thing in Europe was keeping my meds cool, because in Europe it's really hard to find ice. So it was a constant I gotta get ice today. So it was just a struggle. I used ice packs when I could, when there was a fridge or a freezer that I could freeze them in. And I used this a little pink cooler, and it was my sister's, so it had big Sharpie writing on it, like Tori. So it's a little pink cooler. So that was like the ongoing joke of like the whole time when I was in Europe is like everyone made sure like, oh, did you get Tori? Did you forget Tori? But anyways, that's what I brought and kept all my Parmesan in. I think I was on Toby at that time too, so I kept Toby. And you got, I think Toby, I'm pretty sure, because we called the manufacturer and stuff like that, pretty sure Toby you don't have to refrigerate for a month. So I tried to do my best keeping that cool, but it was okay because you could not refrigerate it for a month and it would still be good. I'm not on Toby anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. But I think that's it, guys. That's all I can think of, at least. If you guys have any tips or tricks on traveling, that would be awesome. I absolutely love traveling, and Kelsey and I, when we get married, we plan on getting a camper and living in that in Colorado. But I mean, that's a camper. You can bring whatever you want in that. But traveling has been a passion of mine for ever since. I mean, shoot, we traveled a lot when I was a kid. We went to Costa Rica, actually. Now that I say that, we went to Costa Rica as a family, and we did bring all my like G-tube stuff, and I think I still have it. We had a bag. It was probably the size of those two together, like width-wise. Probably, double. I mean, it was a huge bag, and we brought a month and a half supply of cans. So, gosh, I feel so bad for my parents because they had to like lug that thing around for a month and a half. But the good thing is it got like lighter and lighter as the time went on. So it's possible. You're gonna pay. It's definitely possible to travel with pretty much like G-tube feeds and all that, but it's a little more hassle than I wanted to deal with when I was in Europe. So I didn't do it, but I don't recommend it for sure because I lost a lot of weight. But anyways, I think that's about it. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm not sure what, but maybe some. I don't know. But I really enjoyed. I enjoyed last season, and I really look forward to season 2, as we're calling it. We have all our topics picked out, which you guys chose through our polls. So I really look forward to the season, and I really hope you guys, stay involved and you guys get something from this. But anyways, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for checking our video out. Check out our Instagram, stuff like that. Subscribe. That would be the best. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I will see you next week. All right. See ya.
I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.